どうも、アリスです。トゥルーバーブルック続きをやっていきたいと思います。さっきちょっとやってたら、鎧が脱げたので、まあ、ここからスタートってことで。と、猫を助ける方法か。
It won't be this easy getting close to it.
こいつどないしたらいいんだろう。
Good idea. Now I only need something to sedate the little fella.
落ち着かせるもの。
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Any news about Claus?
Nothing.
Please excuse me.
何も反応変わらんか。どうやって猫を助けたらいいんだろう。
It's glowing red. It seems you need a special key to get the thing running.
Indeed, Mastermind. Did you already ask around town? Maybe someone...
鍵がいる。
There's a current again.
電流9。
This old generator is running at maximum strength. It's even sending out sparks. No, Hans.
ここではない。猫を落ち着かせるものがなんかあるはずなんやけど。
She's the landlady here.
Precise.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenha.
About the cable car?
Sure. What else do you want to know?
これは前聞いた
I've heard enough.
かな。
Thank you.
Anything else?
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself...
I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash.
この辺も一緒か。自分の部屋に戻ったらなんかあるかな。
No.
まあ関係ないわな。
Maybe somebody hid their money in there. I don't want to mess up the crime.
なんかヒントあるんかなあれ。 猫を落ち着かせるもの。
This bucket seems to have been hung here for purely decorative reasons.
これなんかありそうなんやけどな。どうやったら猫を下ろせるんだろ
Oh my. It looks desperate. I put a nice fluffy blanket over the top of that rowboat.
う。ああ、これといってヒントが。これも見るだけやしな。
Good idea. Now I only need something to sedate the little fella.
だからん。落ち着かせるものってなんだろう。
Wooden fences.
これも一緒やしな。
There's a selection of vertebrae, Stiftgrütze,
一緒。
the mysterious village. Ooh,
これはなんか録音するだけ。
the time traveling machine. Complete.
え
Actually, it's quite a nice tape. It's the window to my room. There's a clothesline up there, right under my window.
猫を落ち着かせるものってどこにあるんだこれ。探せそうなとこはだいたい探したけど。
Time waits for no man, not even in Truberbrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line.
Hey, what's that look on your face, Professor?
Hi.
Hey.
So, how long have you been here?
The day before yesterday. Feels much longer, though. And just saying, the public transportation around here? Germany is a mess.
Why Truberbrook of all places? It's hard to find, even on a map. But I'm not from these parts after all.
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact location of those ritual grounds for a while now. And the people around here are nice.
I was given a warm.
Tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
So you're from the States.
The United States.
Where from?
Woodinville, Washington.
Never heard of it. Any bigger cities nearby that I might know?
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest. Heard of it?
Oh, yes, I know the place. I was passing through some time ago.
You've been to the States?
Yes, once. That was a few years back, though. Actually, I had come to New York to attend a conference, but then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
いや、これと猫は関係ないか。
I just wanted to say hi.
All right. Don't forget we need to get the cable.
I have to insert a...
猫を落ち着かせるものって何だろう。もういっそこの人連れてったらいいんじゃね。
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Please excuse me.
一緒やもんな。
This leads to the rooms.
落ち着かせるものってなんだろう。
Hanging dead animals on your wall is a bit eccentric.
関係ないしな。
In my old flat share, we used to throw the trash out of the window. I promise not to do that anymore. The weather has brightened up. Empty.
空っぽ。
I'm not tired. This muddle of spots and drips is probably telling more about the room's many previous occupants than I'd wish to know.
いや、特にやな。なんもないな。どっかで見落としとんかな。
A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the varnish is starting to come off. How poetic. She seems very focused.
この子は話しかけてもあれか。
This crumbling socket looks much nicer without the cheesy armor on top.
いや、関係ないな。あ、これやっべえし。すまんずく終わりそう。特になんもないしな。
A beautiful health archosaur.
気調べるだけやし。
Subject: species reintroduction. Although I can't.
ここに餌置いたら降りてけえへんの？ツナ缶とか使わせてくれんかな。
We know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required.
I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call. Meow.
あ、これでいいの
Meow.
かいや、あかんな。
No reaction. It won't be this easy getting close to it.
こいつどうやって降りるんだ。
It looks desperate.
Good idea. Now I only need something to sedate the little fella. I've already made an entry on this. We know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required.
I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call.
No reaction.
なんかアイテム使えるとこでどんどん使っていっておりますか。これを
Locked.
鍵がかかったのか。見るだけ。
As you well know, Beverly, I am a man tempered by a sober lifestyle. However, I keep dwelling on the fact that a sheer infinite amount of states of matter can lie between expectation and reality.
My accommodation, the guest house Vadest Lust, looks
Oh,
slightly
no,
more
baby, I don't
luxurious
go.
in the notification.
Mira, qué co- あれを触っても鍵がかかったわけに関係ないし。
They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently, a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there. Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department.
Look, this is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet. Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a Starlock for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Lenny of planet Earth speaking. My uncle had a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Room 3? That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet no good.
お、で、これが調べれるんか。
I've already made an entry on this. Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my room is far below expected.
あれ、違うんか。
No. Maybe somebody hid their money in there.
触れんし。床の下。
Creepy. Some kind of a sea monster. Must be a local. Huh.
お、床。
There really is a hidden stash below. Loads of useless junk. And an almost empty bottle of schnapps. I'll only take the schnapps. Bolts and shoes.
シナプスってなんだろう。これでなんかできるかな。これは録音だけ。シナプスってなんだ？おー、やったー、いけた。これでいけるかな。え、こんな。どこ行った？あ、おっとっと。
You like this, don't you?
「こんな捕まえ方」失敗しそうし。
Claws?
あれどこ行った？
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Please excuse me.
どこ行ってもと。上か。あ、あと。
Oh. I think he passed
ああ、
out.
気失った時か。
Now I've got you.
キツネやん。猫ちゃうやん、やっぱ。
Is this by chance your cat, Claws?
Oh, my beloved Claws. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
これで
So what's with the cable car?
I used to own the cable car. In fact, the whole mine. Everything was taken away from me. Those maniacs destroyed everything. The cable car, the mine, the whole village.
Who are these maniacs you're referring to?
The Millennium Cooperative, a multinational conglomerate of enterprises. Ruthless and unscrupulous. They leave us little family businesses with next to nothing.
Please, go on.
More and more outsiders came to town. What they were actually up to in the mine, no one knows for certain. But after a few years of quick profits, they shut down the place and closed the cable car all together in
な
one
んか
go.
見つけたんだよ
Just think of it. This was my life's work. They closed down the mines, drove away the people, and turned a once flourishing community into a ghost town.
You ran a mining business?
Well, but yes. I am the Baron von Zeus, entrepreneur and mining engineer in the third generation, district mayor of Truberbrook Zolz and Truberbrook Düssel, assistant secretary to the municipal council, patron of Truberbrook and the arts, well known beyond the borders of this country.
What do you mean they destroyed everything?
First, they stripped me of the mine. Then, more and more dubious eggheads and foreign workers started pouring into town, driving visitors away with their gigantic machines.
あ
These must have been difficult times for you.
I appreciate your concern.
Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat. I'd have given you everything. My heritage, my stocks, my startups. Yet all you desire in your modesty is this aged key. Here you are. I can't fathom what you may want with it, but please, take it.
おやったこれでと
Danger. High voltage.
I met a woman named Gretchen in Truberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
鍵はどこで使うんだこれか
Good job. The cable car is going.
Now that the cable car is fixed, we need something to replace the missing gondolas.
ゴンドラに変わるものこれしかないじゃん
The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains. I'm sure this will take us up the mountain.
You're a funny man, Tannhauser. I like it.
マジで どう考えても危ねえなやっぱり
Man, you're some klutz. We'll meet on top. In case you manage to find a way. See ya!
てか、生きとうはずがないんやけど。
Hello?
これこっちでいいんか。
Hello? Fascinating.
どこ行った？
Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met. Muscular system recessive, possible myopathy. Barrel-shaped thorax, strongly noticeable funnel chest. Raisin-colored nodes on both sides of the mid-clavicular line in the fourth ICS. Marfan syndrome, arachnodactyly. Lower extremities atrophic. Enormous kyphosis. Extremities bilaterally impaired, reduced muscle tone. Weak monosynaptic reflex. Past finger-nose coherence test line without anomalies. Abdomen flexible, no hardening. Overly vibrant bowel noises. Brisk peristalsis.
Huh?
Reduced breathing sound, right-hand side, basal.
What?
Rattling sounds over both lungs. Hyperreflexia, mood agitated. Patient's condition unclear.
Where am I?
Patient has regained consciousness and appears responsive.
Excuse me, please. Could you tell me where I am?
Patient's orientation to person, space, time, and dimension remains unclear. I have to ask you a couple of questions. How are you feeling?
Ouch.
Who are you?
I'm just a visitor.
What are you doing here?
The original idea was to go on vacation.
Assuming you knew, where have you been born or assembled?
Assembled?
Have you ever had a déjà vu?
You're talking crazy talk.
Have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
You are going to have an out-of-body experience in a moment, pal.
Interesting. Please remain prepared for further examinations.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm afraid we can't let you leave until we have verified your right to stay. It's for your own safety. Just knock the door loud and clearly when you feel able to undergo a few more experiments. I'll be there to pick you up. The patient's status remains unclear.
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Dr. Remmler, please behave.
They took away all my cool gadgets and locked me up in this small room. I tried protesting, but to no avail. What have I gotten myself into? It definitely doesn't feel like a relaxing summer vacation so far. No water pressure. Or clogged. Looks rusty. Why, of course. But where? It's locked tight. Brute force won't help. They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. An anatomical model of a kind of human. Hey, buddy. Where the heck am I? A fuse box. The lid is hanging off its hinges. Fried. I'm feeling a light breeze of air. Maybe I can squeeze through. I can't reach it. I could use this to climb to the hatch. I need a very special tool to unscrew those very small screws. No water pressure. Or clogged. A coin. It fell right out of the shower head. And right into my inventory for some cosmic reason. The benefits of capitalism. The stairs lead up to the administration. You sound asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck. The door to the room where they had me locked up. As far as I know, these apparatuses serve therapeutic purposes. They do, right? Sanatorium Paradiso, a bucolic sanctuary in the climatic health resort Truberbrook. Beautifully situated retreat, fresh forest air, wooded mountain slopes, established high cuisine. A list of patients.
微妙に跡がついて
I can barely imagine what these poor souls must have gone through. I wonder what's in there. I need the right combination. Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there. Iron bars? This place is a prison. This door is sealed by a humongous lock. Sanatorium Paradiso. What a strange place.
と見えるとこ。釣り竿。
Fascinating.
新聞か。
An aquarium full of leeches? This place is full of strange surprises.
I'm not in the mood for a snack right now. I'm not in the mood for a snack right now.
As beautiful as the view is, I think I'd rather leave.
Eh, なんて書いてあるトルバーキング読めねえ。
X-rays. The wonders of science. Construction schematics for a quantum discriminator. Never heard of it. I am a quantum physicist for what it's worth.
これってなんか意味あるんかな。
So many books. Maybe I should consider staying in this place.
うわーって本がいっぱいあるってこと。こんだけか。
A pretty steep downslope. I guess I'll have to find another way. I'll take it with me. It might come in handy should I need an improvised hat.
お、これ何手にしたの？コインと釣り竿とチケットと電柱となんかアルミかわからん。これが何なんだろう。
An aquarium full of leeches? This place is full of...
昼でいっぱい。いやー使えんしな。
I'm not really going to have to replace the fuses, right? My dad always used to say, son, whatever you do, stay away from fuse boxes.
これで治ったのかな。
Where the heck am I? It's locked tight. Brute force won't help.
やっ ぱりあかんのか。
Now it's working.
いや、使えるんはいいけど。あ、なかった。
There's something written on the wall. And it's hard to decipher in the darkness.
Well, thanks, I guess.
5078。こっちか。
I'll try with this code someone left on the wall.
No. Sad.
It's locked tight. Brute force won't help.
これはなんだろう、水にシャワー出したけんこれが見えるようになった
They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. I'll try with this code someone left on the wall.
No. Sad.
ないっていうのがどういうこと。こっちかな。
I'll try with this code someone left on the wall. Interesting. These seem to be the medical records.
There you are. You must be lost.
I just needed to catch a breath of fresh air.
No more lame excuses. We are going to perform the test. Now.
That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. Could these be the keys to the main entrance?
I know exactly what you are up to. Forget it.
Could you adjust the contrast settings?
あとはこれもこ
He's going to flick the switch on me if I make even the slightest move. Come on! Let's get it over with.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associated capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image?
なんだこれ。宇宙ではないしな、ロボットでもないし。テント、戦争？いや、これにも見えんしな。ってことはもう戦争でいいの？
War.
That is unexpected. Second image?
are aware that all of this is totally obsolete, right?
If you say so. Now
どれにも
focus,
見ない
please.
見えんのに
Image number 3.
A
beautiful butterfly. Have you ever been bitten by a butterfly? No, me either.
Remarkable. And we're done. That's that. Mr. Tenhauser, there is no need to play games anymore. It's your decision to make. We both know you'll run out of excuses sooner or later. That's when we've got you. Then you'll have nowhere left to hide. We know who and what you are. Ultimately, it's up to you to take that first step into the right direction. Let's keep you here for the time being. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. It's locked tight. Brute force won't help.
ここでできることにはあるのかな。ここに出たマジか。いや、ここは調べた。あとどこだろう。
You sound asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck. Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there. A list of patients.
いや、この辺も全部一緒か。
I can barely imagine what these poor souls must have gone through.
全部一緒やな、結局。
Sanatorium Paradis, a beautifully a snap. Interesting. These seem to be the medical iron bars.
いや、一緒。ここも関係ないしな。ここもけど探索するとこは一通りしたかな。
Ghastly. Construction schematics for a quantum discriminator. Never heard of it. I am a quantum physicist for what it's worth. A pretty steep downslope. I guess I'll have to find another.
Sure.
I'm not in the mood for a snack right now.
Fascinating.
I'm not in the mood for a snack right now.
なんか特になんかあるって感じでもない。 あと何もできんのか
It doesn't have a coin slot.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
Fine then, I'm ready.
もうなん
That
かもう
slumber morale smoothie sure made me dizzy.
これ受けるぐらいしか
I can see clearly now. Come on, let's get it over with.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your
what up?
associative capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image?
これさっきと一緒で
A mesh of dots and lines. Like the neural pathways of a nervous wreck. Ever heard of social anxiety?
Fascinating.
なんだろうこれ全問正解みたいな感じしたらいいんか
Cruelty.
Are you sure? Image number 3.
じゃん
A beautiful butterfly. Have you ever been...
And maybe you had us fooled. Let's keep you here.
あれ2枚目な
Now
の
we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
ああやっぱああいうちょっと合格せなあかんのか
What a trip.
Are you
Let... Fine.
もうこれじゃ
That
2枚
slumber
目って
morale
何な
smoothie
ん
sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. Come on.
Let's sort of. We're going, and you will third.
え
A mesh of like the...
Fascinating. Second.
Cookies. What if I made up all these along the way? You'd never know.
If you say so. Now, folk image.
A beautiful...
違うん
And with. Let.
ってことは一番上か
Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip.
うわ
Let me... Fine. That slumber morale smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now.
Let us. And
え
A mesh like...
で
A space... Yeah.
Im.
A beautiful...
Holding.
Have you...
And. I'm not a hunt.
Eh?
Maybe you had. Let's. Now we only need to get a few things set up.
Sure.
Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip.
やべ飛ばしたけんどこが正解何が正解だったか覚えてないさっきがやかんのか
Fine then. That slumber morale smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. Come on.
Let's start a sort of. And you will first.
The universe. But it could also be a cup of latte.
I knew it.
A spaceship. The Andromeda. Oh, no it isn't.
Just as expected. Image number 3.
An angel. Or maybe Valkyries? You Germans like Valkyries, don't you?
Remarkable. And we're done. I'm not 100% convinced yet. Maybe you had us fooled all along. Let's keep you here for the time. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip.
外に出てもな。
Iron bars? This place is a prison.
Oh, これ以上いけんし。なんかヒントあるんか。こんなん見てもわからんし。これつけるんと消すんってなんか意味あるの？
X-rays. The wonders of science. Ghastly.
ここで止まるんってなんか意味あるんか？かといって何も別に触れるわけでもないし。
No coals, no matches.
違うな。なんだろう、あの検査みたいなの受けなあかんのか。これ調べるだけやし。わからん。あの検査をどうにかパスせなあかんのかな。
It doesn't have a coin slot.
Are you ready?
I refuse to take part in your tests.
As you wish. After all, I can't force you. Or can I?
それ。
Are you ready?
Let I have to go to the bathroom.
Forget it. Are you
Let Fine then. That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. He's going to flick the switch on me if I make even the slightest move.
結局一緒か。
Could you adjust the contrast settings?
あとどこに
Come
テストこれ
on.
か。
Let's get it over with.
If let's start sort of we're going to show and you will tell me the first if
Robots. Or to be more precise, perhaps a mechanical exoskeleton.
I knew it. Second image.
これは多分違うんよ
A
な。これ
spaceship.
かな。
The Andromeda. Oh.
Just as expected. Image number 3.
これがどっちかな。
An angel. Or
Remarkable. And we're done. I'm not 100% convinced yet. Maybe you had us fooled all along. Let's keep you here for the time being.
どれが正解
Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here.
これもまだ開けるし、こっちの暗証番号もわからんと。どっかでなんか見落としてんのか。患者のリストだけやしな。
The stairs lead up to the administration.
Mm, どっかになんかヒントかなんかあるんかな。ディノサウルスにトルバーブロック化石かなんかが見つかったのか。いや、こんなもんじゃないしな。
As beautiful as the view is, I think I'd rather leave.
うん。全くわからんし。
pretty
木暮ら
steep
し
downslope.
I'm not in the mood for a snack right now.
特にこの辺のなんか本がどうこうできるわけでもないし。
Construction schematics for a quantum discriminator. Never heard of it. I am a quantum physicist for what it's worth. So many books. Maybe I should consider staying in this place.
一緒やもんな。また行き詰まってもた。
It's locked tight. Brute force won't help.
Are you ready for further?
Let me go. Fine then. That Slumber Morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. Come on.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associative, a sort of walk. We're going to show you, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your first image.
この下2つは違うか。
The universe. But it could also be a cup of latte from a top-down perspective.
I knew it. Second image.
Cruelty.
Are you sure? Image number 3.
ああ、なんかいまいち反応。
Unnecessary violence.
Extraordinary. And we're done. Counting in the benefit of the doubt, I think you've just met the criteria to
お、
pass.
ギリギリ合格だ。
Next up is self-assessment, ranging from 1, very inaccurate, to 4, very accurate. How would you rate the following statements? I
なんで今
often
のでいけた
feel
んだ。
controlled by others.
誰かにコントロールされている。まあコントロールはしようけど。2ぐらいでいいんじゃない？
I enjoy carrying a lot of stuff with
荷
me.
物をたくさん持ち運ぶのは。
2.
I don't bring matters to an end.
Good question. I'd say a close 1.
I often get the impression that my life and the world around me is nothing but an
幻
illusion.
想だと感じることがある。あと
Or 2. Now, 1 is good. Is 1 good?
Thank you. Next, we are going to show you a few colors. Please describe them as elaborately as possible. Let's begin.
色を見て
So
詳細
what do
に
you
説
see?
明。
Please describe this color as precisely as possible.
これ何色？緑が心が落ち着くんだっけ？ 赤が興奮。
Aggressive. That color again. It's everywhere. Have you noticed? God, it makes my eyes hurt.
How do you feel about this color? Anything particular that meets the eye?
Kitsch. Like happy little accidents. Calm, humble, and inspiring.
Thank you. And what are your associations with this color?
なんだろう。
Fragile. Like a butterfly in a hurricane. Now, actually, a butterfly isn't really all that fragile. Its wings do quite well under most weather conditions.
Remarkable. If you had to put a name on this shape, what would it be?
Photon. Oh, Photon. Bringer of light. Uncoverer of the hidden. Prometheus and Lucifix.
And this one?
Triangle. Trinity. The whole idea of it. The three wide open seas. The three apostles. The three wonders of the world, and all three of the important beetles.
Thank you. That's that. Now a few questions where you have to make a
決断
decision.
力を試す。
Would you rather have landed in Roswell or crashed on the moon?
あー
Roswell is all right. But you know, they serve much better drinks at the secret Arctic station.
Or would you rather be in the Cold War wearing short pants or in a very hot war wearing an anorak?
防寒スーツゲリラ戦。なんかどっちもどっちやな。
Are you making fun of war? Short pants, of course.
Would you rather be a lion without teeth or a gnu without legs?
At least,
Lion.
even as a toothless lion, I would be king of the animals.
Would you rather be the Franz Beckenbauer of rock and roll or the Elvis Presley of soccer?
Can't I just be Elvis? I already have the haircut.
Would you rather have your sweat smelling of wet dogs or the taste of onions in your mouth for the rest of your life?
Red onions or white onions?
Thank you. Think of your childhood. What are the first three items coming to your mind?
Endless summer vacations.
Are you sometimes afraid of the day your true identity becomes uncovered?
Well, yes. Aren't you?
Do you sometimes feel that everything is just about to happen, while all of
何
it
かが
has
始まって
already
いる
been
と感じ
decided?
ること。
Yes.
Congratulations, my dear Mr. Tenhauser. You have passed the associative test with
こんな
excellent
で合
results.
格
I have no more doubts that you are a real human.
A real That's what this was all about?
I apologize for the inconvenience, but one can never be sure these days. It's our civic duty to track down and detain these aliens. They are among us. Mark my words, Mr. Tenhauser. You are free to go. Please show yourself out.
I'm a human being, of flesh and blood, and now I'm going home. Aliens? You must be out of your minds.
今何だった？
This is an act of illegal detention. I know my rights. Prepare to get sued.
やったー。出れた。あいつも別に何もないよな。結局これとこれは何だった？
It's locked tight. Brute force won't help.
いや、あかんままや。まあいいか。なんかあったんかな、中に。
He's sound asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck. I'll leave the key under the doormat.
Where am I?
まだこっちはいい？
Hello? Anybody there?
This way.
今の声はどっちだ？こっちか。
What is this place? I've arrived at some sort of mining facility. It looks abandoned. Judging by our tracks, I've almost caught up with Gretchen.
おう。今日はキリがええのでここまでにしたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。またよかったら見に来てください。バイバイ。